Hi guys, so today we're doing a little springtime tutorial. I tried to make this look easy and wearable, and I really wanted it to be something that anybody could do at home. I actually posted this look on my Instagram a couple weeks ago. If you don't follow me, I will leave it here. I'm always posting stuff and asking for your guys' opinions, what you want to see, so if you want any input about what I put on YouTube, then you should definitely follow me there because I ask you guys this kind of stuff all the time. But what I was really talking about in that post is how to make color more wearable, how, you know, even if you want to wear something that's bright, like it can still totally be wearable. So that was really the goal of today's video. I wanted to make it a little bit more springy because even though, you know, I woke up to snow the other day, it is April, and although I live in Michigan and it sucks, you might live somewhere where spring is actually nice, and to that I say that I'm very jealous of you if you do, but I'm really just trying to ring in the spring even though it's really still winter here. Now I only did show you guys color, so I just did my eyeshadow, blush, and lips on camera just so you can see how you can kind of tie everything together, but I did try to make this tutorial as simple and to the point as possible because I tend to talk a lot otherwise. So I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful, and let's just get started. So to start off, I'm going to take Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. I am using Peach Smoothie as a transition shade. I chose this shade just because it is very light. As you can see, it's not too much darker than my skin tone. So it's just going to create a nice base for us to blend all of our colors with it. But it is warm enough that it's also going to work with all the other colors that we're using today. Now I'm opting for a big fluffy brush, so when I'm going in with this, it is just really diffusing out that color. I'm also not being precise with this, as you can see. I'm just blowing it out so that we have a nice base everywhere. The next shade I'm going to use is Fiesta by Morphe. This is one of their single shadows, and I'm using a smaller brush on this. I ultimately do want to diffuse this out pretty far, but I am starting with a small brush to kind of start building that color up. And when I have quite a bit of color laid down there, I'm going to take the brush I was using before and just start hitting the edges. Now I'm just working back and forth with these two brushes, building the color with the smaller one. This is a Sigma E25. It's the same as a MAC 217 or a Morphe M433 brush, but I'm just slowly building it up and diffusing the color. Having this really diffused base of this orange shade is just going to really, I feel like, help this look be a little bit more wearable. Having this shade diffused all over the whole eye is really going to help build that orange color we're looking for, or if you choose, you know, a different color, starting with this lighter shade, I guess. That's pretty vibrant, but diffusing it all over is going to really help just kind of like build the base of that color, if that makes sense. So just continuing to go back and forth. And always look at yourself straight on, making sure that you like how it's going so far. To an extent. I mean, this is kind of one of those stages where the look looks crazy, a little bit. For the lid shade, I'm using another Morphe Brushes single shadow called Glow For Me. And I'm just gonna start building this on the lid. We might have to go in with it a couple times, which is okay. Just have this base going of the brighter colors because this is ultimately like the direction of the look. As you can see, these two shades go really good together on the lid. Next, what I'm going to do is take another Morphe shade called Deep Cocoa. This shade is brown, but it is a warmer brown, so it's going to go with these colors, but I want to go in with a brown to help kind of ground the look. I'm going to start with the same brush that has the Fiesta all over it, and I'm really tapping it off. This is again something we want to start slow. Starting with this outer corner, we're going to help ground the look, bringing some neutrals to it. I find that with whatever color you're using, to go in with some neutral is going to help make it look not so crazy and colorful. And this is where it starts to get a little bit more wearable. So as you can see, I kind of just laid down the color and didn't blend it out at all. I'm just going to go in with that big brush again and start diffusing. I'm going to start working with an even smaller brush just to get a little bit more of that brown going. And I'm going to bring it with this tiny brush even farther into the crease, just to bring some more neutrals throughout. Very lightly though, as you can see, it's not too much. And just going through and diffusing everything again. I'm going to start doing the same thing to the lower lash line, taking Fiesta to bring that warmth down there. Going with a small brush and deep cocoa. Now I find that when you use color, particularly reds, pinks, and certain oranges, right around your eye you can look a little sick. So another thing to help kind of like ground the look is eyeliner. I'm going to take a black eyeliner and tightline with this first, just to kind of get it in the lash line. Next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the smallest amount right above the lashes, and I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and just start to smudge out that liner. You could use like a thicker wing liner or anything like that, but since we're going for more of like a wearable look, I'm going to keep it pretty soft. Taking deep cocoa on a little smaller brush to just keep diffusing this liner even more. And also with the deep cocoa, it'll help bring it in with this outer corner situation. So next I'm going in with mascara. I always use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise because it's my favorite. And again, to kind of like separate the eyes from the eyeshadow, again, so we don't look sick, I'm going to put kind of a hefty amount of mascara on and really focusing at that base of the lashes. Again, to kind of like keep your eyes separate from the orange situation. So for the rest of the face, I am going to kind of keep it with this orangey theme so that way everything goes together. I'm going to use my Morphe 9N palette for this peachy shade right here. It's not like so peach. I mean, you definitely want the eyes to kind of be the focus of the look. We gotta have the rest of the face go with it too. So very softly putting this on, as you can see, just to add a little color to the cheeks, but not too much. For highlighter, I'm just gonna use the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter, just because it's pretty, not because it goes with this look in any sort of special way, but I just am obsessed with it, so that's that. Now for lips, again, keeping with the same warm theme, but I don't want it to be too much. Like, I want it to be mostly nude, but like on the warmer side. So I'm gonna mix a couple things together. I'm gonna start with Matte Coral Bliss. And this is where I'm gonna get like that warmth from. As you can see, it like matches the eyes almost perfectly. And again, I'm just kind of gently putting this on just to have that warm base. And I'm gonna go in with Marc Jacob Sugar Sugar. And really trying to mix these together so that way I have like a warm nude. It's not too nude, but it's not too coral. Alright, so as you can see, this look is pretty easy. I hope that this was helpful because, I mean, really, if you wanted to use these techniques and use it literally with like green, blue, more of like a true orange or pink or red or whatever, you can still kind of do the same thing with really diffusing the color and adding some neutrals in there, really lining the eyes. You could always amp up the look too with more eyeliner and maybe even false lashes. I hope that this inspires you to go out there and put some color on your face because it can be really fun. Even if it's like a safer color like I did today, like I feel like this is, it's color, but it's pretty safe, you know? But it's still fun, and it still does feel very springy. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and found it helpful, and you can always subscribe to see more of me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So I do hope you guys today's tutorial, so I hope you guys do find today's what is happening? So I hope you guys find today's I can't say it now. Okay. 2 days. 2 days. So I hope you guys I can't do it.